Understand something. Plain and simple. To me, Abigail was a delicious poison. An intoxicating, overwhelming poison. Yowie wowie! That felt good! Yowie wowie. Let me in.
So we might just have a little bit of breaking news.
Woohoo!
Breaking news. However you want to say it. We might have a little bit of news. Because, you know, Bray has been very active, we'll say, over the weekend. Would you say that, Jody?
I would agree. Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll go with that word since it seems to be fitting at the moment. So yeah, let's do that real quick. Let's go to this first tweet where he says rock stars
Walmart, I think.
come and go.
Mm-hmm.
Musicians play until they die. Quote from Eddie Van Halen. So let's go there first, and let me bring some folks on the screen here that everyone would like to see. We've got the one and only Abby, Jodie Gilly. Jodie, how are you?
I'm tired.
Tired and working. Folks, support your healthcare professionals. Send them adulation and praise because they deserve it. Just saying. And then we have with us, back for I believe the third week, is Brittany Kay. What's up, Brittany?
Oh, she's on mute.
She's on mute. That's okay. All right, you still
Okay,
might. Okay,
right.
there we go. There we go. There
No,
we go.
but
How, other than the mute button, how are you today?
I don't even know how I did that. But no, I'm good.
Good, 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 good. So let's talk about that that tweet. What did you? We'll start with Jodie. Jodie, what did you think when you saw that tweet?
I think we were just really happy to hear something from him. We didn't really, at first, you don't really pay attention to what it meant. You just were super excited to hear something from him. So, me personally, I think it was a nod to him being an artist, and
Yeah,
he's an artist. He's going to keep on going no matter where he goes because that's who he is.
gotcha. I got you. Brittany, what did you think about that tweet?
I mean, anytime that Bray tweets, honestly, I just get really excited. So, honestly, I don't know. I don't really have a fair opinion about it. But, I mean, it was good to hear from him.
Well, we don't have to be unbiased. We can be very biased on this show. Before we get to the next few bits of news regarding Wyndham, and I'm still trying to get used to saying that myself.
Oh my God.
Let me welcome in some folks, and then we might be mentioning a certain retweet of a member of our community, so we might be mentioning that, not calling any names. Sean, okay, here we go. Jen Carter, Cheese Whiz 2, James Grant, Robert Morris, the aforementioned but not really mentioned Sean Suslowitz. Jodie Gilly is in the chat, and being Abby as usual. So Big Dan, let's see, Timbo869, Harry, what's up, Harry? Alexa Bliss Gamer, Shane Loki, EJ Movement, Dalton Riley, Jason Peace. Let's see here. Jesse Callan. What's up, Jesse? Let him in. What's up? Let him in. I think I saw that you said you tested positive for COVID, so our thoughts are with you. We hope you feel better soon. Alex, what's up, Alex? Joining from Facebook. Diana. Chris DeZuba. What's up in the treehouse today, Chris DeZuba? Let us know about the altitude up in the treehouse today. I'm just gonna take a guess that you visited. I'm just gonna guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, so we'll go to the next tweet here, and I think we mentioned this, but our very own Sean Suslowitz tweeted out about this, and this was an awesome sign at SummerSlam, and Sean tweeted about it, and he got a retweet from the one and only Wyndham. Chris is not breaking news there like we did earlier. Chris is very high today. That is not new news, Chris. So I need you to come up with something. We got to come up with something for Chris being high. We'll figure that out. What's up, Amplified Man? No, Bray is not back, but we're going to talk about some rumors just to get final thoughts on those rumors, because I know Jodie wanted to address it, and I'm sure Brittany will too. So we'll make sure we address that. So how awesome was it? We'll start with Brittany this time. How awesome was it to see Bray retweet Sean's tweet?
I mean, that's seriously awesome. Not only because Sean's one of our good friends, but it was really cool that he was acknowledging the fan sign and retweeted it and gave it some acknowledgement. So, but I did read after they confiscated the sign. So
yeah.
Really?
Yep.
I had not heard that. Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Jodie, what did you think about that?
Yeah, apparently they confiscated the sign and then gave it back at the end of the show.
Oh, that's just dumb.
Which tells me that they're very aware of how pissed off we are. Because they let people bring in signs for people that aren't in WWE anymore all the time.
Of course.
Except Bray.
Well, yeah. I mean, but you know how it is. When you realize you mess up, you don't want to admit it right off. You hope that it wears down and you don't have to admit that you were wrong. But guess what, WWE? Some of us will never ever let you live it down. So there's that. You know what? We talked about this being Tessa. We want Wyatt needs to replace CM Punk going forward. Let's make it happen. So instead of folks chanting CM Punk, because guess what? Unless you've been living it under a rock, he's not going back to WWE, folks.
He actually made a lot of gut-wrenching stabs at WWE in his promo, which was I was dying laughing.
Yes, that is what we call in the business a shoot promo, and yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know what? You can't shoot if it's not true, and he was speaking some facts. So, yeah, just gonna throw that out there.
That was funny.
Okay, well, Shad, if you don't think that he's even good, my question to you is this: why, pray tell, did you click on a show that is specifically about
Right.
Bray Wyatt? I'm just asking a question, not trying to be rude, just asking a question. You know, I'd do something else with my hour if I wasn't a fan. But anyway, Trek said they had pictures on Google News. Chris, I apologize profusely about not linking up with you yesterday. So yeah, I get it. I'm a butthole.
He's never gonna let you live that down.
Never. I mean, forget all the times that he just basically, just killed me with food pictures and all this stuff. Forget all of that. The one time that I screwed something up, but that such is life. All right, so let's go to this next tweet here. And honestly, I didn't include the one he did of Malachi Black, but I did include this tweet from our friend of the channel, the one and only Kyle Scarborough, with this amazing art. And because of what we do here, and not really me, I can't take credit, but because Abby is Abby, we not only have the tweet, but we have the dictionary definition.
So that's the dictionary definition of the one that was on Malachi Black's picture.
Let that sink in, folks.
So you really did get them both in.
Yeah.
Subconsciously, you got them both in.
I guess. I mean, we could say that. So I'm gonna. You know what? Since you're the sleuth, and you research this as you often do, talk a little bit about this, and then I'll go over to Brittany to talk about her reaction to this amazing art.
Oh my gosh. So I actually messaged Kyle afterwards because since people know that he's a friend of the channel and he and I talk fairly regularly, I got so many messages from like, oh my gosh, what does this mean? Is this hinting? Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting there going, look, if he knew something and he told, A, he probably wouldn't tell me. And B, even if he did, I wouldn't say anything. So I messaged him and I kind of gave him a hard time about it. It was funny. But they're very similar pictures of Wyndham and Malachi, kind of Terminator-esque, maybe, with the eye. So, and I think the one that was on Wyndham's was talking about the substance of inoculating somebody, like the words that he used, it was referring to the actual substance used. And then the one that he put on Malachi's, which you'd put on the screen, was talking about kind of like the teacher and the person who does it. So, I was kind of like, does that mean, I mean, obviously, I would assume that Kyle's just drawing some inspiration, and because obviously we don't know anything yet, and hey, if this happened, this would be cool, so I'm gonna draw it. So it was, I said, oh, so could Malachi Black be the teacher and Bray be the substance, which I thought was interesting.
See, we always throw out theories and
We do.
and break things down.
Yeah. And, I remember when Kyle drew that picture of the cabin that we spent hours picking apart. He's just really good at making us do things like that. So thank you, Kyle.
I had almost forgotten about that marathon session of zooming in and zooming out of a photo.
Oh my God.
Kyle posted. We spent hours on that between all of us. We would look at the photo, then zoom back out, zoom back in, and then we text each other, "Hey, I saw this. Did you see that?" And yeah, it was.
I think at one point we just decided to get on camera instead and just have a video chat and just we're zooming in and looking at it, and it was so funny.
Yeah. That was fun. Brittany, what did you think about this artwork, and what do you think about this research that Jodie put into it?
You always steal the words out of my mouth, Jodie, so stop that.
It's because we're connected.
But I mean, I kind of thought the first thing, because I've been really busy lately, but I seen both pictures, and then the first thing I thought was also the eye, and I'm like, well, what if they were a tag team? What if they didn't do anything with Braun or Eric, and they just decided to make these two a tag team when he finally if he goes over there? That would be really cool. So yeah.
All right, since we segued, that's a beautiful segue, by the way, because you said over there, and there's a rumor that's out there that Mr. Wyndham Rotunda will be heading to the apparently the land of milk and honey, also known as AEW, because they're really starting to pick up steam. They're signing all these people, and and these people that are coming in are swinging for the fences. So I'll start with you, Brittany, and just get your thoughts on what you think about the rumors of Bray potentially going to AEW.
I mean, if there were any place that I would want him to go, it would obviously be AEW. I mean, not only because him and Cody Rhodes have had a brief past, but I would just think they would know what to do with him better. I was talking to my mom about this the other day, and I said when they brought Brody over there, he won a championship very soon afterwards. And WWE didn't really treat him that good. So what I'm getting at with this is I feel like it would be the best place for Wyndham, because he would probably get more opportunities, and I think that they would actually fully utilize him to the best of his ability and probably give him a lot more creative freedom. So I do like that idea.
Gotcha. Now I'm gonna ask the same of Jodie, but also Jodie, I know you had some opinions on gosh, what is that irrelevant person that said, I can't remember his name. Don't worry about it. He's irrelevant. The person that broke that news. I think it's Brown. No, that's not his name. Dick Cheese. No, it's not Dick Cheese either. I don't remember his name. I can't remember right off. But tell me what you thought about the rumor, and then just kind of your thoughts on all the rumors. Well, no, let me back up. What you think about him going to AEW, and then kind of go into your thoughts on all the opinions and how we believe them or not. I'll let you have the floor on that.
I think he would do well there. I guess the only real concern that I have is we haven't really seen them use supernatural characters very much. And if you wanted to bring something supernatural to a character that he would take over there, I would be a little concerned about what they do with it. because we just really haven't seen them do it. We only, we saw Matt try to do it, and it didn't go over very well, and it didn't last very long. So, but Bray's very different, and I'm sure he'll make adjustments. And I think that, if you look at the people that are in AEW, him and Punk have a lot of history. So that would be cool. We might actually get to see Wyndham Rotunda versus CM Punk. That would be pretty awesome. I think my husband's head would explode. So I'm cautiously optimistic. But my bottom line is, if he's happy, I'm happy. If he wants to take a year off and make a movie, I'm happy. If he wants to go to AEW, I'm happy. We'll all be there and support him 100%. If he wants to go to Ring of Honor, I'm happy. If he wants to go to Impact, I'm happy. Wherever he goes, as long as he's happy, we're happy.
I will add. Go ahead.
Right now, everything's just rumors. I really hate clickbait people who put on their title that it's confirmed and he's going to AEW when they really don't know. It's fine if you have a very strong opinion or very good intel. But until it's released by one of the two sources, always take it with a grain of salt, because, especially people like Brown Noser, he's an AEW fanboy. So, and it really bothers me that now he's saying all these wonderful things about how great it would be for him to go over there when you've literally been calling him the worst gimmick in the past decade. You put him in your top 10 worst gimmicks of all time, but now you're all excited. So go fuck yourself with a porcupine. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yep.
Okay, there you go. So, hey, I have a lot worse to say. I'm just glad that he was able to type that out and he didn't have to use words at that moment. But I want to elaborate why he probably couldn't use words at that moment with his mouth. Let's see here. As you were talking about AEW there. I guess my thoughts would be wherever he goes, I'm happy for him. I want to see him happy. Mm-hmm. His happiness will make me happy. Selfishly, I really want to see him go to AEW, not just because of the awesome matchups that he can have in AEW, but the crossover potential with Impact, New Japan, and everyone else that they're involved with. I'd love to see him pop over in the Impact Zone and do some stuff there against Decay and Black Taruth. I would love to see that. I'd love to see him pop over and just do like a war of words with Danhausen at some point. There's just so many different things that I want to see, and I feel like him going to AEW would give him the opportunity, but it's all up to him and whatever makes him happy, and I'm happy if he's happy. So, all right. So I know we had a contest, Brittany. We're going to talk about that real quick. Talk a little bit about the winner that you had. I'll put this up on screen.
Yeah, so the winner was Andy Foltz. He got really lucky, and he kept commenting on my posts like every day, and he's like, "I'm praying." I was like, yeah, I think the praying worked. So yeah, Andy was the lucky winner, and I mailed out his prize today, so he'll probably be posting pictures later this week.
That is awesome. Congratulations to Andy. And you know what? Just because both of you do some great work in supporting Bray, well, I got to say Wyndham. Wyndham's fan.
It's weird to me too.
It is. You're doing some more support cards, so I will turn the floor over to you for that too.
Okay, so what we see on the screen here is we have two options for the support cards this time, because I decided to change it up a little bit this time. I felt like, other than my personal photo from the video chat with him, I wanted to do kind of all of his like WWE characters besides like Husky Harris, but we have an option of either the left one or the right one, and I'm going to be making an announcement either like tomorrow or like Wednesday, because I want to see how many people I actually need to get before I just like make like 200 cards. I'm going to do like who wants a card, and then I'm going to like count them up and then make them. So
I want a red one.
All
Yeah,
right.
I have the other one.
Okay. Well, you'll both get one. You get a card and you get a card. Everyone gets a card.
Everyone gets a card.
Who knew that when people came to Abby's, we'd also get an episode of Oprah today? It's just a service we provide here. That's all. All right. So awesome stuff. If you want a card, hit Brittany up or say it in the chat. I'm pretty sure get a lot of people saying it in the chat. I'm already seeing people saying.
Can you link my Twitter?
Yeah. I'll put. There you go. There's your Twitter.
Woo! That's me.
There it is. So yeah, hit Brittany up. Let her know if you want a card, and when she gets those printed, she will get them to you. All right. So today we are talking about a really great time to be a Bray fan, And we're going to talk exclusively today about his time as the Wyatt family leader or cult leader, Bray Wyatt. So, we're going to go ahead and get started here and talk about the origins of this character and initial thoughts on when you first saw this character and what expletives or any other words you dropped when you first saw it. So I'm going to start with Brittany, and then we'll go over to Abby. So Brittany.
What am I? I'm sorry, I was laughing at something. What do you want me to say?
So talk about your initial reactions the first time you saw cult leader Bray Wyatt.
Honestly, like, other than Eater of Worlds Bray, because that was kind of the time I said that last week, that was kind of the time I started becoming friends with him. Cult leader Bray, I mean, I already knew of the character. I just didn't know him at that time, but it was a really, really captivating character because the first time I actually saw Cult leader Bray was up in State College here where I live at the Bar Storm Center. And he's such a cool character. And I don't think Braun was with them yet. I believe it was Eric Rowan and it was Luke Harper. And they're the coolest. They were the coolest tag team ever. I mean, tall dudes, captivating, like the way that Bray speaks. Like, he's just so good on the mic. And honestly, Cult leader Bray was like something else. I really, really miss that character. So.
All right, Jodie. Same question.
I would be totally cool with him, like, redoing that character in AEW. Like, bring back the cult leader. You've got other people that you can make. I mean, there'll never be any other Wyatt family, but so I didn't really come into being a fan until after the Wyatt family was over. So I had to go back and watch all of his old stuff. And I remember watching that promo that he did with Eli Cottonwood, and I was just like, what the heck? I love it. And I just remember going back and watching all of his old promos, and he was so damn good on the mic. Like, he always has been, but that character was just a whole separate level. And I think that's some of his best mic work is in that character. And I would love to see it again. And when he came back, when he had that feud with Braun in the swamp match and he came back, I just remember I was like Tazzy when he got up and ran around on stream. That was what I was doing. I was like, oh my gosh, it's Cole Leader. I'm so excited. Yeah.
All right. Now I know that this comment might I just want to see what you guys say to it because I want to. We're about educating people on this show, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what we do. So I'm gonna read a comment here. Put it on the screen. Shadrack says, if not for Cena, Bray wouldn't have even gone over. Cena made him look good. Cena let him win in 2014. And then the kids and women were like, hey, who's this guy? If not for Cena, Bray would still be husky. Who wants to go after that one first? I just okay.
Go ahead, Brittany.
I have a problem with that comment. I'm going to get real controversial right now. I disagree with that totally because Bray's a genius and he did not need John Cena for any damn thing. So I'm just going to disagree with that.
I mean, that's not even when he changed into being cult leader Bray way before that.
Right.
And I do think that particular match with Cena, like, it definitely elevated Bray.
Yeah.
And, you know, Cena did put him over 100%. That whole feud with Cena put Bray over and elevated him. But it wasn't just because of that.
No.
It was because that, you know, Bray's excellent on the mic and he wasn't happy being Husky Harris. And, you know, he got it changed and he figured out something else. And, you know, he went into being that character long before Cena came along. So Cena definitely helped, but a lot of that is a tribute to Bray. They have very good chemistry together.
Mhm.
And, you know, you can't have an incomplete puzzle. They both had to contribute to that feud. And both of them helped each other out.
Right. I want people to understand that in the wrestling business, sometimes you need the help of a dance partner. And you know, if Cena just came out and no-sold everything that Bray did, then it probably wouldn't have gone over as well. Having said that, there was an electricity and vibe that you got whenever Bray would step on screen. Whenever you'd see the lights go out and you'd see that flash and they're in the cabin speaking or whatever. I know what you're saying, Shad. I know you're saying like maybe he doesn't reach the level of prominence that he eventually got to, and I still disagree with that because there was a vibe that fans got whenever they saw this guy on screen.
Mm-hmm.
At first, it was like, who in the hell is this guy? Because he reminds me of this like Southern character from this horror movie where if I'm in his same town, I might, he might snatch me up and I might.
Right.
Yeah,
I might want to run in the opposite direction.
Yeah, like I might want to go another way if this dude, starts tailing me in a car or something. But dude is he's crazy creative. And I think we saw some of that very early on with his promo work.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that Cena feud was so good because
oh my gosh,
the kids and I might even have a photo.
I think that was my favorite feud as part of the Wyatt family. Like, don't get me wrong, I loved the feud that they had with the Shield and it was great, but that feud with Cena was so like electric. And the mind games and it was just both of them did a phenomenal job in that entire feud. It was fantastic.
Actually, I was going to say too, if we get to that part where I'm asked what one of my favorite moments was, I was going to say with the children singing, he's got the whole world. I was like, that is like my favorite thing ever.
Oh, we're gonna get there. You gotta get there. You gotta get there.
Yeah.
But before we get there, we're gonna talk about some of the favorite matches that he had during this period. And if you're a fan, you're seeing the picture that's up there right now. This was one of my favorite matches. But I will kick it back over to you two. We'll start with Jodie this time. Jodie, give me a favorite match. Give me a favorite match of this time frame.
As much as, like I said, that feud with Cena was fantastic, but overall, it was a great overall picture. Like the matches, I'm probably going to get hanged for saying this, but like individual matches don't really stand out a whole lot because everything molds together. Like that overall feud was so good. Everything just kind of fits together in its own little puzzle. The one match, other than his first match on the main roster with Kane, that really sticks out to me was the Wyatt family versus the Shield. I can't remember the pay-per-view that it was. Was it Elimination Chamber? I think.
It might have been.
I believe it was. I believe it was.
And that match just will always stick in my head because it was just so awesome.
Yeah. It really was. That really was.
It was such a good match.
Yeah.
I've watched that match several times just because it's just an awesome match.
Brittany, what was your favorite?
I mean,
match?
you can't get much better than that whole story of you versus the system. Like the Shield were Vince's golden boys, and now you've got the Wyatt family coming up to challenge that. And it was such a good match.
Like that, who knew that years later we'd get some of the best like individual matchups between him and members of that group, like we got some good stuff out of all of that. That match proves that you can really take a long-term story and revisit it and still make it relevant even years later.
Well, Bray can.
Well, I was trying to be,
WWE can, but Bray can.
I was trying to be nice, but
Yeah. Okay.
True. All right, Brittany.
Well, it's kind of also Shield related, but I think it was Money in the Bank 2015 versus Roman. That was a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. I'm kind of going with the same theme here with like the Shield, because that was not only like the whole like Shield like feud like in general, but that match in particular was like I've watched that several times, and that's a really good match.
Yeah. I mean, still to this day, if you go back and watch it, I mean, the stuff that they did was great.
Yeah.
Jesse's asking me to read 2 comments, so here's the first. Here's the thing: Cena can put people over all day, and if you don't got it, it really won't matter in the long run. Bray has it, and he came back knew everything and took the world by storm without Cena.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we gotta. Yeah, if I had my soundboard up, I'd give you the ka-ching sound. She also says Bray was over in his last gimmick with multi-thousands of new fans before they knew anything of his past success or feuds. That's right. I mean, that's the other thing that you have to remember is that you always have new fans coming along for the ride. So,
and I think that's when Bray really exploded. When he came back with the Funhouse and the Fiend, I think he attracted that casual wrestling fan that didn't know anything about him before. There's still people that don't know about his old stuff because they love the Fiend and they love Funhouse Bray so much.
Yeah. I don't like you, Chris. I don't like you very much right now. We got Joe in the house. What's up, Joe? Joe will be with us in about an hour, a little less than an hour, for our Raw watch along. So come back and see that. You know what? And who gives a crap if it's rematches? Because you're gonna have fun with us, and we'll talk crap and we'll tell the truth. So come back and join us for that. We'll have a lot of fun. Speaking of a lot of fun, I told you guys I had it.
Loved that promo. that whole event was just amazing.
I mean, that kid looking at Bray is literally me every time I look at Bray.
So, I mean, I feel like we've got to dedicate just some time to talking about this entire moment Before we talk about other favorite moments. So let's talk about this whole thing. So let's talk about that. We'll
Just, I think Cena's face just said it all. Like he's out there, like kid's out there singing, and he's got this like, thing on his mic that makes him sound not like a kid, and like I thought he was about to piss his pants. Like it was so good.
Brittany, what about you?
I mean, honestly, like I said earlier, because I was jumping the gun into this topic, but it was honestly like he's got the whole world in his hands thing. I honestly watched that like so many times. Like I was annoying the hell out of my mom. But yeah, I don't know. It was great.
See, that's what we need to bring back. Instead of the "We Want Wyatt" chants, people just need to start singing "He's got the whole world in his hands."
There you go. Zambi saying, didn't he team up with one of the Hardys? Yeah, he had a whole program with both of the Hardys, but he did team up with Matt Hardy. At some
Leaders of Worlds.
That's right. I'll be honest with you. I'll never forget the moment that the little kid got the microphone and started singing "He's got the whole world in his hands." Yeah. And it's this voice that doesn't match up with the kid at all. And I was just freaked the hell out. And I loved it. I was like, oh my God, this is great. This is so great. Do you guys obviously remember that moment, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
What'd you think when the little kid opened his mouth and he's, got this other voice coming out?
I don't even think you saw the kid at first. You just heard his voice, and then you saw the kid, and you were like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, man, you know what? Everybody does like check-ins with the Miz girl. I want to know where this kid is now. Like, I want to know where this kid is now. Does he have a beard? Is he wearing a fedora? Is he sporting long hair at this point? I want to know.
Bray fan?
Yeah, I just want to know. I gotta know. I'm just gonna put this comment on screen and let you guys agree with that, because I know you will.
That's my friend beside me.
Okay, there you go. So now we got 3 people included that feel that way. So I'm.
Wait. I need you to read it out loud.
Am I wrong though?
Listen, I can't comment on the accuracy of your comment.
Bro, wait. I'm gonna read it now. Hold on.
Read it.
Bro, I'm gonna read this just in case Wyndham is watching. Okay, I'm gonna illustrate this for all of you. Bro, Bray is a whole daddy. Like him and the Hardy Boys are just too much DILF energy for me. And if anyone wants to know what DILF means, I'm not telling you on screen. So
I was about to say that's a use for Urban Dictionary. If you care to use that, Urban Dictionary will tell you exactly what a DILF is.
Yeah, I mean, wait, hold on. Jodie's a MILF. So Bray's a DILF.
Hey,
I'm not sorry for that analogy.
Don't be sorry. Listen.
I gotta be honest.
And I feel like Cheese was saying in English, please. Cheese Whiz too.
Just remember what I said last night on that stream. When I said, I don't even remember what we were talking about now. Oh, that if he went to AEW, like on the day his contract is up is on a Friday. And Joe said, for those that weren't watching last night, Joe said that's like having him gift wrapped on a silver platter. And I made the comment, can I have him gift wrapped on a silver platter too? So, yeah.
Joe's emoji that's on screen right now is me if you could see me.
Well, okay, so I'm going to be fair here. And since I have a guest here with me, Taylor, what do you think of Bray? And what do you think about Bray's release?
Um,
I'm putting you on the spot right now.
Why would you do that? I'm sweating. I mean, I think it's pretty shitty that they fucking released him.
Yeah.
Like why? Like what's the reason? Like
Right.
why? Like I don't know. I've not really got much of a thought about it.
Right.
But I mean, yeah, I was pretty upset about a lot of the releases, but I think it's like Bray's was the shittiest of all of them. Like why?
Right.
It just seemed like he was doing so good
Right.
for a while, and then like he took that big break, and then whenever he was finally trying to come back, they were like,
They
no.
fucked him up with Alexa.
Yeah.
Um,
So
So I just felt like I'd be fair and have Chandler's opinion since she's here. So they want to leave her out.
Amplified, man, before we go to the last moments, Amplified, man, is saying, so Bray is done with wrestling or just WWE? We've talked about that on here before, Amplified, man, but let's go into that. We'll start with Jodie on this one.
I don't think he's done wrestling. I could see him taking some time off and maybe making a movie or doing something like that, because I know, he's a big horror fan, and I think it would be really awesome to have him in a horror movie. But no, I don't think he's done wrestling. I remember I actually remember an interview he did once with some news channel, and it was when he had the tag team belt, and he pretty much said in that interview, he's like, I don't know where else they could go looking like this. So
Hey, Jeff.
Yeah.
Can I make a comment here about one of the comments?
Okay. Which comment?
Shrad, whatever the hell his name is.
Yeah, I saw that, and I purposely. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, and I've got to make a comment, and excuse my language, and I hope I don't piss you guys off. Everyone here knows that I know Wyndham, and if you have a fucking problem with him, don't come on the channel and comment. What does his personal life have to do with anything? If he cheated on his wife, maybe he wasn't happy. Don't come in here and be a dick and ruin everything for everyone, so get the hell out. That's all I have to say. And I'm not sorry. So, because I'm not going to stand up for it. If anyone talks shit about him, I'm not having it. So
it's okay. He's been blocked.
Ooh, Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, we're covering his wrestling career on here, so I mean, yeah, we tried to be fair. We tried to be fair and let you live your life when you made the first comment.
Right.
And we tried to educate you with the second. But if you're gonna bring that kind of energy on the third, this ain't, it's not baseball. But we gave you 3 strikes and you took all of them.
It's not the time and place for it. And we're huge Bray Wyatt / Wyndham Rotunda fans here. We're not gonna take it. And I mean, I'm sorry, I can't hold my frustration in when it comes to that, because he's a really good person. Mm-hmm. And if you have anything negative to say about him, then you can get the fuck off. Like, seriously, because I know JoJo, I know JoJo's mom, I know Wyndham. They are all amazing people. And if you have a problem with him cheating on his wife, then you can get the hell out. So.
Yeah, I mean, like, don't, kind of like to add to what Brittany said, you don't know what situation people were in when they make the choices that they do. So, so don't pretend to know.
Right. I'm sorry that I totally put off the mood there. It just really pissed me off. So.
No, it's all good. I skipped it because I wasn't gonna go there. I was gonna go back and delete the comment, but they started moving too fast, and so yeah. No, it needed to be addressed. Thank you for saying it. Thank you both for addressing it, because we're not gonna do that here. We're not about that. And listen, the last thing you want to do is go into any situation with a bunch of fireflies and say some sideways stuff, because people gonna come at you, and
Yeah.
it might be a little tough for you that day. So
Not to mention you're saying it on a show
Right.
with people on screen that know Wyndham.
Right.
Are you really that stupid? Anyway,
I'm like, don't mess with me. Today is not the day to mess with me,
no.
girl. Bye.
so hey, it's all good. Dalton, listen. Don't worry about language. Don't worry about language. What's up, Conrad? Conrad joining us. Thank you, sir. Go check out Everything Pro Wrestling. Sub to his channel if you don't mind. He is a friend of the channel. So go sub over there. All right. Last thing that we're going to, well, that was the last thing we're going to discuss there. I wanted to show some of these other photos because they're great. You know, it's great.
Pros.
But let's talk about, just kind of lasting memories of the Wyatt family as a whole. I'll start with Brittany and then we'll go over to Jodie.
I mean, there's just so many memories I have with the Wyatt family, and I'm gonna get a little emotional here. I hope I don't cry. So
We've laughed, we've yelled, might as well cry.
I'm a softie, leave me alone. No, I'm kidding. But the last time actually that I had seen the Wyatt family live, actually it was Brody Lee. Luke Harper was still like alive and with them and with the company. So that's kind of why I'm like emotional about it, because I mean, that was the last time I got to see him, and then kind of like the pandemic hit a little, a year or two after that, and then I got a cameo from Brody, and I never got to actually meet him. So I have a lot of memories as far as that goes. And actually, Luke Harper, clapped my hand at the last event that I seen him at. So yeah, I mean, it's just really emotional. But it was a really, really, really good tag team, and it's unfortunate that they all had to split their ways up and get out of the company, and it sucks. But I mean, I believe in one way or another that Wyndham's gonna, make his memory, like keep it alive, and he's gonna make him proud. So
I love that the last match that we saw Wyndham do in WWE was at WrestleMania, in which he paid tribute to Brody. And that's going to be a lasting memory too, because that was the last time that he wrestled in that company. And he took that moment to pay homage to his brother. And I love that. There's going to be there's always going to be so many memories of the Wyatt family, because they were so different and so special to a lot of people. And it was very, very sad that came to an end, but they will live on in people's memories forever.
Absolutely.
So
I love this picture too.
I do too. I'm still curious as to what that freaking tattoo is.
Which one?
The yellow one on his right arm.
What yellow one?
On his right arm.
Oh.
I'm like, is it a volcano? I don't know. It's on my list of questions to ask him the next time I meet him. Like, look, explain this tattoo to me, because it's about the only one that I'm like, I have no idea.
See, what we need to do is we need to grab his arms and inspect all of his tattoos. Just be like, what's this one?
What does this one mean? What is this? I mean, first of all,
I don't want to look at his leg tattoos.
Most of them you can kind of deduce, okay, I kind of understand what this is of and what it means. That's the only one that I'm like, I have no freaking idea.
Yeah.
So please explain.
Right.
If you're watching, I would love to hear an explanation of
group chat us and tell us.
Yeah. Stick me and Brittany in a group DM and tell us what that tattoo means, please. I love that one too.
Yeah, I like this one too a lot. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Red State, just to kind of speak to Conrad's comment because Red State just happens to be one of my favorite movies that I've probably watched over 20 times. Yeah, I mean, have you guys ever seen that movie?
No, I haven't.
Oh God, okay. You got to go back and watch that movie because first off, it's an awesome movie, but I could see him drawing some inspiration from some of the characters, and I don't want to ruin too much of it, but yeah, go back and watch that movie because I think you might agree with Conrad there if you watch some of that. So James Grant saying, "Good luck grabbing his arms."
Hey, I will. I'm allowed to grab his arm. Leave me alone, James.
And when it comes to me and Brittany, I would hope that he's a willing participant.
I'm not just gonna like walk up to him and grab his arm.
He knows who we are and all.
No. No, but I really do want to know. I would actually love to sit down with him and figure out what the meaning is to all of his tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was just allowed one, I want to know what that one is.
Yeah.
Because I can't tell what it is. Like obviously the other, like you can tell that he has a skull and crosses and the big lion thing on his chest, and like most of them you can tell what they are except that one. I'm like, is it a bag of popcorn? Is it a volcano? I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, we're gonna wrap up here. Final thoughts. We're gonna start with Brittany. Final thoughts on cult leader Bray Wyatt, and just anything you want to add about that character or your thoughts before we head up.
Honestly, kind of like I said last week. I mean, it wasn't like my top character. I would say the top would be Eater of Worlds Bray, but this character was really good, and like I said, his mic skills are just top notch. Honestly, everything he does is like great, and I would say that if he could do another similar character to this, like wherever he goes next, kind of like Jodie said earlier, I mean, that would be great. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what he does next. Hopefully it's something similar to Cult Leader Bray.
Preacher Wyndham.
Yeah.
There you go. Preacher Wyndham. All right, Abby. Abby, you get the final word.
My brain is scrambled now. It's all Brittany's fault.
Sorry. Wait, why? Why?
No, I have no idea why.
What did I do?
I mean, we're always gonna love that version of Bray. Eater of Worlds Bray, Cult Leader Bray. I feel like they've been pretty interchangeable, but the Wyatt family, like I said, was just so special and different and really broke the mold. And I wish that it was still around.
But what if you saw this version of the character show back up?
I think my brain would melt and dribble out of my ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right for all of us, I think. I would love to see. I mean, I know we kind of got it at the end of the last Funhouse, but I'd really like to see that kind of, evangelist kind of thing that he was doing with that, with the cult leader, and it really would be just like the preacher from Red State. It really would be that, because Conrad said that a little bit earlier, but it really would be almost identical to that. So Kevin saying, is Bray Wyatt really? Yes, unfortunately, Kevin. Yes.
That was like a month ago.
Almost a month ago. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Jeez. Yeah. It's wow, it's crazy. July 31st. So yeah, almost a month. So unfortunately. All right, folks. Well, this was another fun week. A lot of things said.
Damn it, Brittany.
I'm not sorry.
But another good week of fun. Thank you both for doing all you do. and for this fun conversation. And thank you. I don't know your name, but thank you, Brittany's friend. Who
Chandler.
Thank you, Chandler. Thank you for making an appearance and sparking a part of the conversation that was fun for many people, and that made Jodie almost turn into a tomato. But we'll talk about that another day. But thank you all for joining us this evening for another episode of Abby's Window. We'll be back next week, and that's our schedule. Except for Saturday, we'll be doing NWA Empower. But yeah, this was fun. We'll be back at 7:30 for a Raw watch along. Have fun with us. Come back and have fun with us. It's a good time. Even if you're not into the show as much, it's always a good time to chat. So yeah, come back and join us. We will see you at 7:30, hopefully. But if not, we'll see you on the next episode of Abby's Window. Take care, everybody.
La